fundamentally, I think what we're talking about is a sense that natural gas delivered through pipes is more robust, more immune from interruption than electricity over wires, whether those electric wires are underground or above ground. I think that's the fundamental proposition. I know there are some people that are looking at earthquakes in Kentucky and thinking about natural gas pipeline systems, but anyone who is a proponent of on-site distributed generation, of cogeneration, I think needs to be very upfront that that's the core proposition. That very quickly gets you into conversations about natural gas supply, about pipelines, about what may or may not happen in the Marcellus, and I think those are important issues for the environment, for an energy, but I don't think we need to wrap up what an individual housing project is going to do with those issues. We've seen price spikes in natural gas during particularly cold months, both in the New York region and the New England region. We've seen separation of natural gas prices between New York and New England. The Algonquin city gate price for natural gas was, I think, about 25% higher than New York City, showing New York City's strategic positioning closer to some of the coming pipelines. And I think people are aware of the new gas pipelines. I think it's the first pipeline approved in like 40 years. The Sempra Energy pipeline that's coming into Lower Manhattan. So there are some gas supply issues that we need to be upfront about. I suspect Margaret can talk a little bit about the distribution of natural gas and on a block-by-block basis the kind of coordination that is required with the utility, the pressures that are required to make sure that you can put this machinery in. But the policy imperative is really about putting a value on interruption. So often in utility environments, you've got things are decided in rate cases. They're cost-benefit analyses. The consumer councils or the attorney generals or consumers themselves contest cost-benefit analyses that are promulgated by the utilities. And the kind of rate case cost-benefit metrics usually don't include social costs, like the costs of moving 1,000 people from a nursing home or a hospital because the power is out. I think that one of the most interesting pieces for policy is how do you change the Public Service Commission's rate-based metrics to include some of those social costs.